So another wonderful presentation, and I'm so excited that you're all getting to experience all these different perspectives, and we have another beautiful presenter, Jennifer Ackad. Jennifer is a soul embodiment and authentic transformational coach and an international bestseller co-author. She left a mechanical engineering career in 2010 to follow her soul calling in life and live a life by design. For more than 9 years, she immersed herself into yoga therapy and other self-healing schools, diving deep into her own body and self-awareness to discover what she now calls home within. She's a creator of the Authentic Woman You Are transformation system. She has since then been accompanying people to create space in their body and in their lives in order to awaken the wisdom, truth, and answers they hold inside. Her mentoring programs are intimate containers where women gather to reignite their innate sacred power, ground in their essence, and reconnect to their authentic voice. By honoring their deepest desires and highest calling, women shift their lifestyle and activate their playground, manifesting a creative and fiercely aligned life with embodied souls while empowering others. They become the creatrix of their life and bloom into their gifts. Jennifer, it's so great to have you here, and it's really nice to see you. We've met in our coaching program that we're together in, and I was really touched and moved by when you taught in that program, and that's definitely what motivated me to ask you to be here, because I think you're so in tune. Well, you were with me in an exercise, and I was so impressed with how connected you were to what was going on in my body, that I wanted to have you here. So welcome. I don't think we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Here we go. Okay, yeah.
Yes. All right. I'm in Costa Rica, so technology sometimes is a bit tricky. Thank you so much for having me, Greg. It's really an honor to be here with you and to speak into these subjects that are very important and that can create a lot of change in people's lives. So thank you for putting all of this together and bringing us together.
Of course. Yeah. So your topic, so your topic today is around soulful embodiment.
Yes, authentic and soul embodiment living. Yes.
Yeah. So how do you present your ideas to people about what that means?
Yes. All right. So it's a big topic, of course, and we'll have a conversation here, but it's everything that I offer is really propelled by my own path and my own inquiries and my deep seeking of truth, really stemming from when I was very young and looking at the adult world and realizing that there was a gap between what I was perceiving and what was actually seen. So what I was perceiving, my body was letting me know information. I could feel things, but what I was actually seeing in people's actions was not fitting. So it created that gap, that confusion in me that made me ask a lot of questions. And it really propelled me on a path to study this gap. And of course, I'm not going to go through my whole life journey, but I traveled a lot, and I understood that space was giving us access to other realms of information. And I became very curious about this phenomenon of space. And I started asking questions. Well, how can I have more space? And in space, what answers do I have about my life, about my relationships, about my choices? And this is how I attracted from one step to the other the passion for the body and the passion for, many different modalities, but mainly yoga therapy, where I immersed for about 10 years. And it really became a way of living for me to tap into the space that's inside the body, to go and withdraw the answers from inside and also find home within and find safety within. And all of this led me to live a more authentic life. It led me to tap into this, what I call the authentic power that's really at the root of our body. And through the spaciousness, also, it was allowing me to tap into the unseen world and was allowing me to make decisions that were more aligned for my life. And there's a lot to share. I'd love for you to feel into what I'm sharing and ask questions when you feel into them. Yeah. Yes.
So addressing the body, how do you decipher between, I guess, its truth and reality? Is that something that?
Yes, yes. I mean, again, because of this gap, so the modalities that I use is really with attention and the felt sense. So I bring a lot of presence and attention inside the body temple, and I also guide people to do this. What this does is it actually activates the cell at the physical level. So it's not about only being in the spirituality or the energy or the emotional realm. It's really about being in the physicality of things. When we bring attention to the physicality of the body, what happens is that our body starts feeling deeply, deeply loved at the physical level. And then the physicality starts opening up. So if there was a tension or a knot or repressed energy inside the inside the tissues, because they have space, now they will start releasing energy. And this energy will actually shift our vibration. It will shift our frequency. And the gap between what our body knows and what the reality presents will start becoming more and more obvious. So if your body starts, you will be so much more intimate with your body that you will trust when it says, okay, this is no, this is yes, this is true, this is not. So it's like, this is what I call embodiment. Your attention is really in your temple. And when there's something outside that is portrayed as an opposition or a contradiction of what you feel inside, well, you actually trust what's inside first. You start really using your body as a compass to start navigating life. And then from this authority, from this inner authority, you can question the outside. You can say, hey, I'm hearing you say this, but this is what I'm receiving from this. And then it brings consciousness to relationships. And the same thing with choices. If there's a situation or a new choice presented, some, like even a job offer, I'm going to give, it can be any examples. Well, somebody's presenting something to you, but you feel something else. So what you actually feel is the truth that is behind the form that you see. Right? And it really brings authentic living in the sense that you're not fooled anymore. So it gives a lot of freedom. And this is not out of fear of being controlled or manipulated or anything like this. It's just a tool. It's really a tool, because I always seeked freedom in my life and truth. And this is how my path led me. And it also created so much safety within my body to operate from body out rather than from out to make inner decisions, that this is what I'm choosing. This is what I'm choosing to offer right now to the world.
Yeah, what I find is when we are able in relationships, especially, to share the truth of our body experience without making a story about it at all, that is the truth that cannot be known. Because you're talking about, right now I'm feeling this pit in my stomach, rather than right now you're making me feel angry. Is that
exactly this? And these are all exercises of conscious communication where you take full responsibility of your life. So it really creates this sovereignty. So obviously there are external events, but when we really go deeper, we realize that everything that's in our inner world creates some kind of outer world ripple effect. So by being intimate and by shape-shifting what's inside with our love and with our attention, and with also connecting to what we can call higher frequencies and soul, it aligns our life, because our vessel, our body, starts clearing what's not true out. So we perceive what's not true, we say no to it, it starts being out of our life or even out of our body as an energy field, and our life naturally starts being manifested in alignment with what's the truth inside. And you keep on making conscious choices about, oh yes, this is an alignment, this is an alignment with what I know is true for me and for the soul of my path. And it opens, and the path keeps opening. So it obviously brings a lot of unknown factors when we live like this, but the resilience that we build in our nervous system by grounding it on a regular basis allows us to live in this, this magic on a daily basis and this unknown, but to really be the creators of our life from that center space of our body, rather than having to plan 30 years in advance for, for instance. And maybe some people who are watching, this is what they're doing and there's no judgment to it, but it's to, little by little, let go of the external structures to trust our inner structure, which is our bone structure. But I won't go too much in details about the body, but there is an inner structure that brings us safety and that we trust enough to build our life upon, rather than give all our power to external structures that promise us safety and abundance. But we are connected to safety, we are connected to abundance, we are connected to love. We are, nothing from the outside gives us this. We first give this to ourselves, and then life reflects us back this from the outside.
Yeah, so when we can create that safety inside in our relationship with our body, you talk about how that may create this vessel of creation. Do you want to talk about that? Once you develop that safety inside, that maybe, if I may use my words, that wounded inner child then becomes an inner child that wants to create.
Exactly. So yeah, the first step is to bring this attention inside the body to gain all the clarity, and then shift the playground. And then the last step would be really entering in creation. And I put it in the last step just because intrinsically we are creators, but like you said, there are so many wounds in the way that they short circuit the natural power of creation inside the body. So the energy just loops and loops and loops, and it creates a story in the brain, and we don't have enough space to instead take that energy and create with this. So the field of creation is always around. It's always whispering to us, take this baby and put it into the world. Creation knows what the planet needs. The information is always here. So as we create this space within our body and our antennas start growing bigger, and we develop also this trust of the information that we receive through our body vessel, we become the creators, because we right away take the energy, take this information in, say yes to it. And as child bearers, and I'm going to say this for men or women, it doesn't matter, we are all creators. We take this information and we start bridging it into reality, into form. So let's say I have a calling saying, okay, well, you're meant to create a summit and you're supposed to be in collaboration, you're going to talk to this person. Maybe a part of my mind would say, oh no, and we'll start analyzing it and controlling the information. But if I bow to it and I'm like, listen, okay, I will bridge right away in reality, I will take an action and reach out to this person, and I would say, I'm receiving this intuition to create a summit with you. My body is not fully ready now, but I would love for us.
Is there any way you can move to a little bit of a different place? There's a lot of background noise is what I'm hearing.
Is there? I'm sorry, because internet, what happened is it broke on the land where I live, so I had to move. Yeah, sorry about this. We're having internet issues today.
That's okay. You're in Costa Rica, so thanks for.
Yes, yeah, I'm in Costa Rica, and it's really part of the game here to to be with with what gets presented. I hope you can still hear me though.
That actually, it's really quiet now, so that's good.
Yeah, there are some trucks that pass by sometimes.
Yeah, Jennifer, it's better when you hold your mic right, just like you're doing right now. So just keep your mic close to your mouth and we can hear you, okay?
Yes.
Sorry for that interruption.
No problem. So yeah, so yeah,
Let's go back to you talk about the playground. Can you explain what you mean by that?
yes, I love calling it the playground. What I mean by playground is actually our 3D life. It's our reality. So in our playground, we have made some choices that created our 3D reality. But sometimes these choices were not aligned because they stemmed from wounds, right? They stem from choices that were from based on fear. But the more we create that space inside the body and we gain this clarity, the more we actually can reassess our playground, our reality, right? And we can say, okay, well, this relationship is not really authentic. It's not really in alignment with my deepest truth. So once we have this answer, we start shifting. So the simple equation is we get a true answer from within, and we look at our playground and we start readjusting our playground based on the answers that we find inside. We shift the work, the job, we shift the relationship, we communicate at a deeper level with this person. We change the food that we eat because our body starts telling us you can no longer operate like this, because as you bring the love inside your body, everything that's not in alignment with the love in your playground, in your reality, will start shaking, and you naturally will want to shift this and change this. It will help you transform your life to take responsibility on the answers that you find within.
That's great. So it's that inner guidance.
It's the inner guidance, exactly. It's the inner guidance that comes from the space within ourselves and from the intimate connection with our body and our care.
Yeah, that space has enough, well, is quiet enough for you to hear that.
Exactly this. It's that spaciousness that connects us to, yes, a lot more spaciousness and more, and information has space to be received in that sense. Yes, exactly.
So if you would just for a few moments, maybe just tell us how you support others in their most in being their most authentic self.
Yes. So first thing first is like I named, it's about bringing the attention inside the body. So we always start with creating an intimate connection with the body. And then I mean, in terms of programs, I have a mentoring program where I work one.
We can't hear you. Jennifer, we can't hear you. Technology. We've got a pause here, and I guess we just lost Jennifer. So looks like she's back, maybe. There we go. All right. Can you turn on your volume, Jennifer? There you go.
Yes, it's here. It's interesting, and technology. When we speak about deep subjects, it happens so often, depending
Right?
on the frequencies. It often happens, these things.
Yep. So I don't know if we heard your response because you froze. Do you want to just talk a little bit more about authenticity and how you support that with your clients?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yes, I do have a mentorship program where we tap into individually what every person's body is saying. So we enter in connection with the body first, and we gain clarity on what the person holds as a vision for her life or his life. And from that space, we assess the playground and feel into what's in alignment and what's not in alignment. And then it's a matter of taking action. So the mentoring program is like having an ally in their lives. It's having access to me on a regular basis, on a daily basis, actually, and being able to ask questions and being able to have insights and intuitive inputs on the actions that they're taking, and making sure that um, that their playground is being readjusted based on their deepest desires and their highest calling. And I use tools, obviously, with this different type of tools, but this is the main offering that I have in that sense.
It's great. Well, I
And
wish.
embodiment practices too. And you will see I have a free gift for the audience. So I don't know if we are there yet, but
I was just going to just ask you. You have
okay.
that you're offering a free gift.
Yes, it's an hour and a half embodiment practice called Discovering Home Within. So it's at the root of this transformation system, and you can practice. It's going to give you the basic principles of connecting intimately with your body, and it's based on yoga therapy, inner relationship focusing, nonviolent communication. It's all these tools combined, but in an hour and a half practice within your body.
That's great. I can't thank you enough for that generous offer and for taking time to be with us from way out in Costa Rica. I appreciate your wisdom and sharing your knowledge and your gifts with our group today. So thanks, Jennifer. Thank you so much for being with us, and hope to see you sometime soon.
Yes, thank you so much, Greg, and sorry again for the technology problems, but yes, it is as it is. Sending much love and many blessings to everybody who's listening, and yes, may your highest path lead you. Much love.
Much love. All right, take care.
Okay, bye.